Get ready to challenge what you thought you knew. Don't miss an episode of the truth within the Bible. Your journey to enlightenment starts now.
Welcome back, my friends. Our video today will cover Isaiah chapter 47. Before we jump in, let's catch everyone up with a quick recap of the last Isaiah video, chapter 46. The theme: God mocks the useless idols of Babylon and declares his unmatched power and sovereignty. While Babylon's gods are helpless burdens about to be toppled, the one true God carries his people, controls history, and is bringing swift deliverance through Cyrus, proving there is none like him. And with that, we jump right into Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Your harlotry, your deception, the great harlot of the great book of Revelation. And there's no throne for you to sit on the ground. She's going to fall. Verse 2.
Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
Take the millstone, that slave work. And he is saying, you get rid of your false religions. Stop harloting around. Verse 3.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
If you're a part of Babylon, you're going to get the same treatment. He's not a respecter of persons. If you transgress, it's the same for one as it is for all. And this is when our Father is fed up with it. Verse 4.
As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
Verse 5.
Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
The mistress. No more. Not going to happen. And old Cyrus, when he came, it was exactly that way. He put Babylon out of business. Down went the old harlot, and Medio-Persia took over. And things were a lot better. And prophetically, that's what this is really all about. They will still go to the ground and into the abyss. She will no longer be called a mistress. Verse 6.
I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
You taxed them, you worked them, you beat them, you overdid it. Verse 7.
And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
In other words, you did not do as you were requested. Verse 8.
Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
That's Revelation chapter 18, verse 7. I have sat a queen. And the sad part is, she really believes this. Full of herself. The entire nation and empire. We are speaking of Babylon here. Where else does God speak of this in the Bible? It is prophetic for the end times. So let's take a peek into the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 7, to verify that witness.
How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Oh, but soon she will, historically. But prophetically, it refers to the Antichrist. He too will be full of himself, pretending to be Jesus, watching all the unlearned so-called Christians whoring after him. Now, back to Isaiah, verse 9.
But these two things shall come to thee in a moment in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Come upon thee in their perfection. That means when they come to their full recourse. And multitude of thy sorceries is false teaching, druggies, etc. It will happen in one day. The very things you say won't happen. faults of them are going to come to pass. Not 2 or 3 days, but in one. Not speaking of Cyrus, but he was a type for the prophecy of the end times. I'm talking about the Antichrist. And in that one day, when Jesus returns at the second advent, it will all end for him. Verse 10.
For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, None seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Well, unfortunately, some people are just dumb enough to allow it to happen and go along with it. Verse 11.
Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Do you know what time it's going to happen? You should. You're going to know in advance. The very day that the 2 witnesses die in the streets of Jerusalem, exactly 3.5 days later, it's going to happen. You can count on it. How do I know? It's written. You can get your second witness to that in Revelation chapter 11, verses 7 to 15. It's a little lengthy, but let's hear it.
And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them, and kill them. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these 2 prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. And great fear fell upon them which saw them. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. And the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the God of heaven. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And the 7th angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven, saying, The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ, and he shall reign forever and ever.
That is the 7th trump, my friends, and Jesus' return. So let's keep an eye out for the death of the 2 witnesses, and watch in disgust as they dance and rejoice around their dead bodies in the street. But be comforted in knowing you only have 3.5 days left to wait. Okay, back to Isaiah verse 12.
Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail.
Verse 13.
Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Those idols and fake religions sure won't be able to help them. Verse 14.
Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it.
What that means in the Hebrew manuscripts is, it's not the kind of fire you would want to sit before to warm your toes. It's going to be a heat that will blot out, that will destroy like stubble. Absolutely annihilate. Verse 15 to finish the chapter.
Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall save thee.
They have nothing in their arsenal that will save them, because they don't have God. If you don't have the Father, you are one lost, miserable individual. Go with God. It's that simple. Why? To receive the blessings instead of the cursings, instead of the sorcerism. Sorcery here is one that uses drugs and other things to reach a high. Well, that ends today's chapter. Continue with me in the next video for more prophecy in this great book of Isaiah, where we will be covering chapter 48. Until then, Stay strong, my friends.